just such a great place to play at. I think the atmosphere there was energetic, something that you only dream about and experiencing while you're in college. So getting able the chance to play there was kind of amazing.
It's obviously rivalry week. You're a local kid. What is your relationship to this rivalry?
Obviously, my whole childhood, it was always such a big game that you always looked up to, USC versus UCLA. And so, the fact that I get to, be there and a part of it for the second time in my career, and this time get a chance to play up in it, it's obviously so important to me that, I put in every single effort that I can to make sure that we go out there and dominate this week.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to feel like for you just being someone who watched it growing up and now potentially going to play a big actual role in one of the games?
I think that it's going to make me work harder to obviously go into the week and making sure that we come out victorious, just because obviously we've seen with that throughout the years how back and forth it really is, and how much of a battle and how much blood, sweat, and tears everybody actually puts into rivalry games. And so the chance that you get to play in a rivalry game means that there's no more okay, how am I feeling at this moment? Oh, you might be a little banged up, or you might not be wanting to play all the way through, but you have to battle through it because this is a rivalry game. You have to give it all that you have.
What is it about USC's culture that allowed you to step in and, pretty seamlessly have a role on this team?
I mean, we've always pushed brotherhood, and so everybody's, no matter your position, you're very well connected to every single person. So that's why when you get that opportunity to step up in any particular role, you're automatically, feel like you're suited in. Just because, even in meetings, you'll get asked questions about any single position, any single play. And so that's why, coaches, when something does happen, what happened in the games, and you have to get put up in, they feel very confident in how you're going to go out there and perform, just because they know, obviously they trust you from what you've said in the meetings and stuff.
I know starting this season on the second team offense, I'm sure you played a lot with Hassan.
Uh-huh.
Where's he stood out just being such a young guy?
Hassan, he's definitely one of those characters on the team that you definitely look up to, his play style. I think that he's very energetic, and every single time that I see him during practice, he's always making these unbelievable throws, all these runs, and I'm just he's destined for greatness. And I every single time that I see him out there, I tell him hey, keep doing your thing. You keep going the route that you're taking right now, you're going to be great.
Where have you seen him maybe change the most over the course of this freshman season for him?
I definitely think that he's matured a lot throughout the season that I've grown to know him, because obviously he was here beginning of January, and so I've seen him progress from where he was a little bit kiddish when he first got here, but now he's taking that role about okay, if something does happen, I might be next up, I'm gonna have to get in the game, I have to make sure that I know what I'm doing, making sure that he's talking to Jaden, making sure that he knows what's going to happen when he gets into the game. So I think that, especially when you take that step back and see everything from that point of view, seeing everybody grow up, and that's why it's just such a great thing that everybody's so well connected here, so that you just feel like you trust everybody.
Zach Hanson played a major role in your and your brother's recruiting. What did it mean for him to come into Calabasas and notice you guys like that?
I remember when he came up there, the back of my hand, I remember walking through the gates, and obviously my high school coach, he didn't hype it up what the school was. He just said, hey, someone's coming here to visit you guys. So then me and my brother turned around the corner and we saw Coach Riley and Coach Hanson there. We're obviously really shocked, and we're oh, okay. It kind of took a minute to look at each other and be okay, lock in right now. And so I just know that every single moment that I have, he trusts me fully, especially because he's been there since the very moment that they started recruiting me. And so I feel I kind of owe it to him, making sure that I'm putting my whole best foot forward into this program, because he's the one who inevitably gave me this opportunity.
Time for one more.
Where has he helped you the most over the rest of the season?
I think that he's helped me the most with obviously technique, and then also making sure that I know obviously every single position, just in case anything happens. Because obviously we've had a little ups and downs with the line, but obviously we battled through it. And so when you have to get plugged into different positions every single day and filling it out, he's definitely helped me the most there, making sure that I'm best equipped to know everything that's going to happen, and if blitzes are coming, making sure that I have my technique right and making sure everything's good in my mind.
Thank you, Kaylon.